Hey guys, welcome to the third video of trigonometric identities. Over here, as I said in the previous video, I'll be solving a few more sums. These sums are from exercise 21A. I've selected 7 sums, and I think these sums are good enough to sum up the exercise. And if you practice them, you should get a good hang of it. Alright, I've taken some important ICSE sums also, which are mentioned in the exercise. Alright, if you haven't watched part 1 and 2, I recommend you go watch it and then come back to this part so you understand better. Alright, we'll be going a little faster so I can cover more concepts. Alright, let's see. First sum is very easy. Sec a minus 1 upon sec a plus 1. Prove it's 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. I'll go with the LHS. Very simple, just write sec a as cos a. If you write sec a as cos a, you will be getting 1 minus cos a minus 1 upon 1 by cos a plus 1. Take LCM in numerator and denominator, you will get 1 minus cos a upon cos a whole upon 1 plus cos a by cos a. Alright, if you divide this, the rules of exponents, you just into the reciprocal of the denominator, and there you have your answer. Cos a cancels, you have 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. Very simple sum, free marks in my opinion. ICSE 2007. Next sum. Okay, now next sum, I want you to observe one thing before you start solving. Always observe LHS and RHS. Obviously, we will start with our LHS, but there is a very smart way of doing this. Do not convert to sine and cos for time pass. You will elongate the sum. You will get the answer, but the sum will be very long. See, you notice that this is whole thing is upon 1. So we need to make this denominator equal to 1. The only way we can do that is if we get sec square a minus tan square a, because this is equal to 1, right? Since sec square theta is 1 plus tan square theta. So if I shift tan square theta on the other side, I'll get it equal to 1. So the thing is, how do we convert this into sec square a minus tan square a? Simple. You multiply it by its conjugate. So you multiply numerator and denominator by sec a minus tan a. So this is how your solution will look. I take my LHS, sec a minus tan a upon sec a plus tan a into multiply by numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. That's sec a minus tan a into sec a minus tan a. Alright. This will give us sec a minus tan a whole square upon sec square a minus tan square. And the denominator sec square minus tan square is nothing but 1. This is equal to nothing but 1. So numerator is left now, sec a minus tan a whole square. I will use a minus b whole square expansion. Okay, a minus b whole square expansion is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So you can write it as sec square a plus tan square a minus 2 sec a tan a. See, now we are getting closer to the RHS. We already have our minus 2 sec a tan a term. So what will I do? I want tan square. We want 2 tan square. So I will write sec square in terms of tan square. How will I do that? If you see the identity, sec square is nothing but 1 plus tan square. I write this as 1 plus tan square plus tan square a minus 2 sec a tan a. Alright. This becomes 1 plus 2 tan square a minus 2 sec a tan a, which is equal to our RHS. Next sum. Alright, this sum looks a little confusing because randomly they want the number 7, but all we have to do is apply the identity and expand it. This is nothing but a plus b whole square. This is also a plus b whole square. Remember guys, a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I will write that down. Sine square a plus cosec square a plus 2 into a into b. So 2 into sine a into cosec a. Alright. Plus cos square a plus sec square a plus 2 cos a sec a. Quick tip, okay, you should notice that sine a into cosec a is nothing but 1. Cos a into sec a is nothing but 1. Why? Because cosec a is 1 upon sine a and sec a is 1 upon cos a. Okay, you need to remember this. Quickly, if you see that, now, so what will we get? I've taken the LHS. What will we get? We will get sine square a plus cos square a. I grouped these two. We get plus cosec square a plus sec square a plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Idhar ka 2 and this 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now we know that sine square a plus cos square a is 1 plus 4 plus cosec square a plus sec square a. So we get phi plus cosec square a plus sec square a. But we need 7. If you look at the RHS, we need 7 in the RHS. How will we get 7? Simple. You write cosec square a in terms of cot and you write sec in terms of tan. This is again using the identities. Cosec square a is nothing but 1 plus cot square and sec square is nothing but 1 plus tan square. Now your sum is over. So just plug these values in. You will get phi plus 1 plus cot square a plus 1 plus tan square a. And when we write this down, you will get 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. Very simple. This is nothing but our RHS. Let's move on to the next sum. This sum was asked in ICSE 2012. Why I'm taking this sum is because in this sum you will have to start with the RHS. RHS is the more complicated side or more complex side, so start with this side. Okay, we will start with the RHS. That's why I've written it in red. Let's look at our RHS. RHS is nothing but tan square A upon sec A minus 1 whole square. Now there are a few things we can do. The first thing we can do is convert tan square into sec. Why? Because see here you need everything in cos and sec and cos are related because sec A is 1 by cos A. So I'll try to convert tan in terms of sec. And what is that? We know that sec square A is nothing but 1 plus tan square A. So tan square A will not be nothing but sec square A minus 1 upon sec A minus 1 whole square. Now, the trick what you need to realize over here is that this is nothing but a square minus b square and you can write that as a minus b into a plus b. To do that, following the same formula, I will write sec a minus 1 sec a plus 1 upon sec a minus 1 whole square. If you notice, this and this will cancel. So I will get sec a plus 1 upon sec a minus 1. Now convert sec in terms of cos. 1 upon cos a plus 1 whole upon 1 upon cos a minus 1. Once you solve this, you will get 1 plus cos a upon 1 minus cos a. 1 plus cos a upon 1 minus cos a, and this is nothing but your RHS. Now let's move on to the fifth sum. This also is an ICSE question. Now many students see the Many students see this cube and get scared. But what they don't see is that here there's a sine theta, here there's a cos theta. So we can take it out common. We can take out sine theta and cos theta common and make that cube a square. And then we can go ahead with the sum. So LHS, first step is take sine theta common from numerator, you will get 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Next step, take cos theta common from denominator, you will get 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now look at this. We already got our RHS, tan theta. But somehow we need to prove that these brackets, either cancel each other out and become 1. So now what will we do? Now my recommendation is convert either sine square theta in terms of cos square theta or cos square theta in terms of sine square theta. Don't do both. Do either one. So in this case, I'm going to write sine square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos square theta. I'm going to substitute sine square theta for 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus 2 into 1 minus cos square theta upon 2 cos square theta minus 1. This is what you will get. Now if you notice, if you solve this, you'll notice that the brackets get cancelled. Tan theta 1 minus 2 plus 2 cos square theta upon 2 cos square theta minus 1. This will further give us tan theta into 2 cos square theta minus 1 upon 2 cos square theta minus 1. As we had predicted in the earlier step, this will cancel and we'll be left with tan theta, which is our RHS. Again, very simple sum in ICSE. All you had to do was realize to take it common. And then you have to convert sine square theta in terms of cos square theta. And for people who are wondering where I got this green thing from, remember the first identity, sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So I just shifted the cos square theta on this side and then I got the green formula, the green equation. Let's go to the next one. Also very famous ICSE question. Here also again observation is required. Notice that in our RHS we need 1 plus cos theta. So what will we do? We know that this 1 plus cos theta is under the root. So I will again multiply it by 1 plus cos theta. I'll multiply by numerator and denominator by 1 plus cos theta, not the conjugate. In this case, you multiplied the denominator by itself because we require the denominator in our RHS. Alright, so let's look at this. I've taken the LHS again. LHS 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos A into I will multiply numerator and denominator by the denominator itself. Do all this under the root only, yeah? Do all of it under the root. This will give us a plus b into a minus b gives 1 minus cos square theta or a square minus b square upon 1 plus cos a whole square. For those who are wondering, this is nothing but a minus b into a plus b gives you a square minus b square. Alright, now if you notice 1 minus cos square a is nothing but sine square a. Alright, so I'll just write this in a more refined fashion. Sine square a upon 1 plus cos a whole square, which will be nothing but sine a after you remove the root upon 1 plus cos a as expected for our RHS. Alright, I hope you understood this sum. The property that I used over here, just reminding you guys, sine square a plus cos square a is 1. So if you shift cos square on that side, you will get sine square. Our last sum for the day. This is like a solved example which is given in your textbook, where you had to write, which is not very easy. You had to write this one in terms of, and over there we had to write as sec square theta minus tan square theta. But here, since we are dealing with cot and cosec, we will have to write 1 as cosec square A minus cot square A. How did I get that? Because we know that cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. So if I shift the cot square on the LHS, I'll get this. Remember, I'm substituting this as that, and then we use nothing but a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So if I write this, you will get this as cosec a minus cot a into cosec a plus cot a. Alright, keep this in mind. This will help us in solving the sum. Taking my LHS, cot A plus cosec A, I'm substituting for the 1, cosec square A minus cot square A. Denominator keep the same, because in the end I know it will get cancelled, don't worry, so leave it the same. Next, cot A plus cosec A minus A square minus B square can be written as A minus B into A plus B, cosec A plus cot A. As I have written on the side, you can refer to that. Cot A minus cosec A. Next, I will take cot A plus cosec A common. I'm taking cot A plus cosec A common in the numerator. So I will get 1 minus cosec A minus cot A upon, as I told you, leave the denominator the same. Let's scroll down. Now, open the brackets, open the inner bracket, I mean, you will get cosec A plus cot A. Let's keep this in brackets so you don't get confused. Yes. Cosec A plus cot A into 1 minus cosec A plus cot A, because minus into minus is plus. Okay, do not make a mistake in this step. Cot A minus cosec A minus 1. If you notice, first thing you had to notice is that this minus into this minus will give you this plus. And secondly, this term and this term is the same, so it gets cancelled. What you are left with, very simply, is cosec A minus cosec A plus cot A, sorry. Only the term in the numerator. Now they want it in terms of sine and cos. So what will we do now? Obviously we will write cosec A as 1 upon sine A, and we will write cot A as cos A by sine A. Since denominators are same, I can directly add the numerator and keep it on the common denominator. And this is our RHS. I hope you guys understood these sums. These were some very characteristic sums which I found were very good in exercise 21A. I recommend you, sit with the notebook and try solving these sums again, or you can try solving other sums from the exercise. It was great teaching you guys. Post your doubts in the comments. Okay, you can just put the chapter name and you can put the exercise number and the number of the sum, and I will send you a solution of it. Okay, so it was great, guys. I'll see you later in my next video.